It's your boy like back at it with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about something a little bit different. It's not involving lore or Star Wars lore or DC stuff or Marvel stuff. I'm kind of talking from a film perspective. And yeah, what it's gonna the question is gonna be why I think that the way Star Wars casts are good. Like the way Star Wars casts their characters, how it's good. Alright, so here's what I'm trying to say. Star Wars is kind of known for their castings of people who aren't really well known and more of just kind of like not known or whatever. That's just the way they cast, and then usually I'm not saying Star Wars characters are unknown or whatever, actors are unknown, because usually after Star Wars they usually get better roles and stuff. Take Harrison Ford for example. Harrison Ford was in a few movies before he was in there. He wasn't too well known. Got cast. And afterwards he got a whole bunch of roles like Blade Runner, Indiana Jones, a whole bunch of different roles he had gotten, which made him more of a well-known actor, which I like to see. I think it's really cool in my opinion, the way they do it. Um, and yeah, but that's not why you guys are here. Um, so yeah, let me explain more on how they cast. So if you realize in most of the in the trilogies, if you notice, let's just start with the original trilogy here. So you had Mark Hamill, you had Carrie Fisher, you had Harrison Ford, you had Peter Mayhew played Chewbacca, but he was more just there. You had James Earl Jones, you had a whole bunch of different characters. You had Alec Guinness, for example, in New Hope. Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, I presume, they weren't very well known. They weren't making like a ton of money, like millions and millions of dollars. Um, so yeah, that happened, and I'm pretty sure these people got their money afterwards, got a lot of money afterwards, and yeah. So just in case you're wondering about that aspect, but yeah, and then they get more well known, like for example James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader. He ended up becoming bigger. He voiced Mufasa, I believe his name is, in The Lion King. He was in Coming to America. He was in a whole bunch of different things, which is really cool. Yeah, but if you realize, Star Wars actually brings in a like a more of a popular kind of actor, uh, who gets paid more, but it's whatever. For example, in the original trilogy, that would have been uh, Alec Guinness, for example. Uh, and in like the prequels, that would be Samuel L. Jackson. Maybe you could say Frank Oz, kind of, but yeah, Frank Oz wasn't too well known. Here's where it kind of gets messed up, kind of, with the casting. And I'm talking specifically new characters. I'm not talking about uh, characters that reappear, for example, the original trilogy cast reappears in the sequel trilogy. I'm not talking about that because obviously they probably got a lot more money than in the original trilogy. But for example, they still continue to kind of do this to this day. Um, but yeah, if you realize they're starting to make movies more with more better actors as well. But for example, Rosario Dawson, for example, as Ahsoka. Uh, I forgot the actor who plays Moff Gideon. Uh, I can't remember his name right now, but that guy. Um, the guy who plays Carl Weathers. He's kind of a bigger one. You could kind of say Pedro Pascal. I mean, I didn't really see much of Pedro Pascal before I saw The Mandalorian. I know he's getting more and more roles now, but before he wasn't really getting that. Um, the guy who plays Cassian Andor, that example, those examples there is is what I like about Star Wars, because if you realize, um, when they're not doing like something like that, they pay attention way more to storytelling more than acting. Like sometimes the acting can be terrible. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes the acting is not very good, but the story wise is just way better. That outweighs that, and the action and the special effects, they all outweigh acting and the music and everything. That's one thing I really enjoy about Star Wars is their care for more of storytelling instead of just actors. Because in my opinion, I don't think you need big name actors to be a good thing. Because you could kind of see that in the original trilogy. I mean, I don't know what it was like to be back in the 70s or early 80s. I know Alec Guinness was like a more popularized. I think he was more popularized in England or something. So yeah, that's just in case you guys are wondering. So yeah, but more recently, obviously, they were getting more big names, and probably by 2030 or something, they'll probably have way more big name actors. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more and more. Uh, but I hope to see, at least in the movies wise, I hope they at least do more, like how they've casted before with lesser name known actors, which is gonna be really cool. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.